Hi out there, this is Betsy Marchand speaking, and welcome all of you to Bucks for Ducks. Really glad that you could come.
My name is Pete Bontadelli. I'm the current chair of the Yolo Basin Foundation. I'm here talking to you from the wildlife area. My experience with the wildlife area goes back nearly 25 years. As people have come and gone, Betsy has remained one of our constants. She is still on the board today as she was at the beginning, and her vision for what this area is as a key component of the Davis community, the Yolo community, and the state is absolutely something that has not ebbed in the least since she started the project. She has the same enthusiasm today for making this area wonderful, compatible for all users, and a place to educate children into the future.
It occurred to me that we should do a wetlands, but we should do it inside the Yolo Bypass. There was a group also led by Robin and her husband Bill to preserve Poudre Creek. And so the two interests kind of came together. I would say that that's how it really began. People working together, beginning to do some real thinking about it, and then realizing we had to do partnerships.
Well, one of the extraordinary things about the Yolo Bypass Wildlife Area is that it was a grassroots movement that came out of the community, and it was really people like Betsy that helped make that happen. One thing I learned from Betsy is that there was great pride to be taken in serving the public.
Over 50,000 children have participated in our Discover the Flyway program since 1998, when the program began.
I started volunteering in 2001. I took the class and I brought my kids out here and everything changed, and I knew I wanted to be a part of this.
For many of the kids, this is the first time they've seen a farm field. There are times when they'll see tractors out there or harvesters. You never know what you're going to see when you go out there. Every day is different.
So they can see that their backyard has wildlife. They see that they can have an impact on that and the environment. This is something that they can actually do and be a part of. Not something in a book, not something far away, not something that maybe someday, it's right here. It's right here. And that's why this is so amazing.
This area, as you all know, is right on the crossroads of two things. I-80 at the doorstep to the Capitol, and is also basically the center of the Pacific Flyway, which has a north-south corridor of birds coming into California, especially in the winter. In fact, we winter close to 75% of all the birds in the Pacific Flyway here in the Central Valley.
The land was very valuable for wildlife, even while it was being managed for agriculture. And so we wanted to utilize those tools that farmers use to manage the land in a way that would provide wildlife habitat while still maintaining some productive agricultural activity.
Jack DeWitt and others who have done the farming, particularly Jack, have pioneered unique methods of agriculture that have helped bring shorebirds and others, and he's actually taught courses and seminars on how to make that work.
Dave Felice, the manager here, in the early years was instrumental in creating the shorebird habitat. He suggested several things that we tried and found out what was successful. That's evolved into a statewide program where farmers are encouraged to create habitat. When I see large numbers of migrating ducks and geese out here, yes, I hope the public realizes what it took to get that bird population here.
The swans came in from the Delta, and the sun came out, and it was morning, and there were all these swans out there in the water with the sun behind them and the city of Sacramento behind them. And it was really, really something. It made you feel like, I don't know how these things happen. You know, it's a miracle.
There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it in Sacramento and Davis, anywhere around. This is unique and special and perfect, and we're so lucky and fortunate to be a part of it. And you have so many kids coming through that do not forget, or the parents forget. They do not.
This just is a big flood zone here. And, you know, sometimes luck is on your side, or sometimes things just work out if you recognize what you can do with what's there. And I think that's what, there was a vision that quite a few people had of, hey, we could really make this into something.
Yolo Basin Foundation continues to promote the partnerships that are necessary to find doable solutions to some of the big problems facing the Delta today. With your ongoing support, Yolo Basin Foundation will continue to flourish.